Yeah.
Got in touch with Doug Thompson. This is a guy who basically he's got his finger on the pulse of this town, and he really kind of explained to me just how much damage happened. Homes just blown off their foundation. All the trees look like they've been just chopped off at the top. It was really kind of heartbreaking, man, to walk around town and see all the devastation from people's homes to the high school to churches. There is not a single building that really hasn't been affected in some way, and there's definitely not a single person who hasn't been affected by this tornado.
This is actually one of the city park areas, kind of a green space, but for the tornado, most of the damage was around this park, and so this was where we rallied together.
And so right now, when the town comes together, this is the place still that y'all go to?
Yeah.
But what's crazy is there's no shelter. I mean, this is just out in the wide open, you know? I think what's really interesting about this is it's a very small town. They're the ones who have to clean up the debris in the street, and they're the ones who have to start rebuilding, because no one else is going to do it. This week, we're not going to help just one family. We're going to bring a spirit back to a town that has literally been blown away. From what you've shown me, there's just so much to do. Why? Thanks for showing me around.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
We're here to build the Tutwiler's home.
Hi guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Good. How are you?
I'm Michael. How are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Justin.
Justin, nice to meet you.
Hi, Michael and Crystal Bear. Nice to meet you.
How are you? Hi guys. Doing a little rebuilding?
Yes,
We
we are. Some was torn out and there's holes in the walls. And
Yeah.
So you guys here when it happened?
yes,
We were here, and I went into labor an hour after the tornado hit.
Oh my God.
it was an eventful evening.
You know, after something like this, you think, do you stay here? Do you move away?
What's your name?
Edna.
Edna. Very nice to meet you. Edna, do you live here, Edna?
Yes, I did, but I had to move.
You had to move. Was this house destroyed in a tornado?
Yes, completely.
How is it that this rose garden can survive? And I'm telling you, 20 feet away, and there's a house that's no longer here.
I think that Lord knew I left my roses, so he kept them for me.
He kept your roses.
Right.
Right on the outskirts of town, I met a woman by the name of Miss Edna, and she lost everything in the tornado except her rose garden. And looking at the strength of this woman, that she still comes back there, and she still is tending her roses, and yet she's living someplace else. One of the things I want to make sure she has is that rose garden over there.
So no one part of the high school